What's up, everybody, man? This is Chris from That's Square. Week 1 college football is here. Tons of fun, and this is the year. That was lame. Anyways, look, pretty much I'm calling the games for tonight here on Thursday. And what I'm looking at right now is we got Temple versus Rutgers. I'm going to pull for Rutgers in this one. Big Ten guys. Versus I don't know what Temple's conference is anymore. They used to be part of the Big East, but now I guess they're American Coastal or something like that, something odd. But I like Rutgers in this one. I think Rutgers is gonna pretty much dominate and set the tempo. If you're putting money on the line, whatever the line is, take it and run with it. Believe me on that one. Interesting matchup for the night, believe it or not. To me, I think it is not talked about. It should be actually talked about a lot this week. Should have been talked about a lot this week is Boise State versus the University of Central Florida. Two schools over the past few years who have been slowly but surely making a start into who they really are. And they're kind of both programs that have been pretty, for the past 10, 15 years, have kind of built a name for themselves in their conference. But I guess they just haven't taken the major stage. And now, with the college playoffs and all that, kind of derailing from the conversation. But being honest with you, I think that this is really a good step for both schools to play against each other. I'm a big fan of Boise State ever since the Statue of Liberty play against Oklahoma. So I kind of started noticing them a lot more since that. But I also like University of Central Florida because, well, they used to have this running back named Stormy, and he used to just kill. Excuse me. Woo. That silent C. He used to just kill, man, back when he played for him. Winner in this game, because they're playing at Central Florida, I'm going to go with Central Florida. If they were playing at Boise, then I'll go with Boise. It's one of those teams, one of those games where whoever's got the home field advantage wins this one. You know what I mean? So, that being said, whatever the line is, don't take it. Don't go against it. University of South Florida versus North Carolina State. This is going to be another fun matchup. I think we're just getting treated very, very well because of the whole 2020 season. We're getting a lot of heavyweight games coming out week 1. University of South Florida versus the University of North Carolina State, the Wolfpacks. I actually believe that South Florida could beat them at North Carolina State. I don't think that North Carolina State has done anything in this offseason that has just wowed anybody in the ACC besides that, but I think that the University of South Florida is probably going to just have a passing attack that just, can't be stopped, to be honest with you. So it's something to look forward to and something to watch. I think this is going to be another high-scoring game. Maybe the Wolfpack clamps down, but I think that South Florida comes in and they beat North Carolina State for the upset. Next up is Eastern Carolina versus Appalachian State. Now, if any of you are new to the game, you remember that Appalachian State has kind of just been this team that's been growing. They're your FBS 2A, I think, right? So now they're becoming Division 1A. Eastern Carolina, the Pirates, I believe that they're actually pretty good. I think that they'll actually beat Appalachian State, but this is actually one of the games that I'm actually betting on. So I think that App State's going to hold their own against East Carolina. Do they hold them off completely? Not necessarily. I think East Carolina comes in and gets the W plus 10 on them. That's what they have to do to win. So going with Eastern Carolina on this one. Next up, this is probably the highlight of your Thursday, right? Ohio State versus Minnesota. Ohio State coming into the Golden Gophers playground. My coworker was telling me that Minnesota has a really good running game. I don't really care because Ohio State's Ohio State. They're probably going to come in there and just smack them around a good 1 to 2, 3 or 4 times and just crush them. So I got Ohio State beating Minnesota. If anything does wow or change, that would shock all of us, right? Next up is Bowling Green versus the University of Tennessee. This should be a blowout. It should be one of those games where Tennessee kind of bounces back, good 1-0 start before they really start playing like heavy competition. They've kind of dropped in the past few years. Tennessee hasn't been Tennessee, so for them to come out the gate, usually they've been playing a lot of heavy hitters. In season openers with UCLA a couple years back, Cal a couple years back. So now they just kind of, I guess, decided to play somebody a little bit smaller. I mean, Bowling Green's no joke either, but they're really just playing this game to see where their measuring stick is at against Tennessee. So I think that Tennessee's going to go out here and pretty much kill them. It's not going to be much of a game. Whatever the line is, take it, even though Tennessee doesn't really have an identity at quarterback. But I think they'll just run the ball a lot. Next up is Eastern Washington versus UNLV. UNLV's got this. Not much to really talk about. Should be a blowout. Should be over by maybe, the fourth series on the field in the first quarter. Should be easy. Southern Utah versus Arizona State. Yeah, let's not even dive deeper into this at all, man. So, that being said, I'm going to roll with Arizona State. They're probably not going to beat the line. Just give you that right straight up. That being said, that is the week 1 Thursday night matchups, which is tonight. I think that all the games that I've called are going to be pretty much correct. Last week I was wrong on the Nebraska game against Illinois. That shocked even myself. But everything else I was pretty much correct on. So I guess I'm whatever it is in 1. So this week, check me out, see if I'm wrong, if I'm right, for Thursday night's matchups. And I'll be here tomorrow to tell you about Friday night's matchups with, North Carolina, Duke, and all those other guys playing tomorrow. And then, of course, Saturday, the main slate, definitely going to knock that out too as well. But as always, please comment, like, subscribe. I definitely will be doing NFL reviews for each and every single team coming up next week. I just got to have some time off and actually gather around and get some of my thoughts together so I can get this done right. With that being said, man, hey, I'm headed out. Have a good one. Enjoy yourself. Hey, best of betting.